one at Ophir in central New South Wales. It's located about 25 kilometres from Orange, so just for interest's sake, it was the first place in Australia in 1851 where gold was discovered, first payable gold in New South Wales and the first payable gold in Australia itself. So this reserve called Ophir covers roughly 500 hectares or 1,000 acres roughly. There's only a little bit of dirt road you've got to travel, most of it's sealed all the way. It's an area you can come out, do a little bit of gold panning, you can do a bit of metal detecting, you can do all that, you can do a bit of trout fishing. You'd have to be pretty lucky to catch a trout, but because they're few and far between, you might happen to see the odd platypus in the creek, that's possible too. What we might do is go for a ride around this place and I'll just show you what it looks like. So I'm going to make two videos. One's a serious look at this place and I'll just show you what it looks like. Like I said, a lot of these people didn't last long at this cemetery. This one died at 21, one over there at 20, so they didn't live too long. So one will be a serious look at this place and you can have a look how it is as we ride around, and number two is just a bit of a humour one I'm going to put together. We'll head back to the chariot and ride on. Pretty rough old track, this one. So a lot of it's got to do with all the rain we've had. Yeah, so at the moment we're coming on to a long weekend here in Australia, and as usual this sort of place on long weekends, pretty popular. So most of the time all you got to do is get a permit from the local council, and once you've got that under control you'll be able to come here and camp for the weekend. I expect when we get down here to the actual Summerhill crossing itself, there'll be quite a few people camped down here. Well, up until a few years ago there was an active gold mine here, and just for a little bit of interest, when you look back to the 2000 Olympics, the gold from the gold medals, some of it was actually used from one of the mine here from Ophir itself. So that was a little bit of history. Gold from the first payable gold in Australia, so that wasn't bad. Anyway, we'll head down here right to Summerhill, or to the main Ophir side itself, see what it's like down there, see how many people that camp down that way. I've said over the years I've done detecting in all this area here, but actually done no good with a detector. But I once found a couple of small type nuggets down there in the creek, back there at the fourth crossing, and I found small pieces of gold like while panning, but with the detector, no luck. But this is a pretty big place in one way, like 1,000 acres. But in another way, for the amount of people that come here year after year, or week after week, day over day, there's always somebody here. You'd have to be pretty lucky and persevere to get there or strike something, but like gold sort of you can't pick, it can be anywhere. The fact is it is here and they have got it, so up in this area you can go around Bathurst too, so it's not just here. There's a few areas here you can have a crack at. And it doesn't look like all that long ago when they graded this road, because it's a little bit better condition than it normally is. Looks a little bit more smoother. That's one good thing. As a rule I don't think they like caravans down here, but sometimes people take no notice of that. But And you do find caravans down when you come down onto the main area. They only stop the caravans because it's such a tight area to get in there and do it, but that's the way it goes. You can see back there where they've been hitting the detectors, a lot of holes in that one. More chance of the detector holes than rabbits because there's not all that many rabbits around at the moment. So the last part when you come down here just before you hit the creek, they've sealed that with the mix, so in that area it's the steepest, but at least they've got a sealed road from here now down to the creek on both sides. But after all, it's a pretty steep climb in and out. As we swing around these bends now, last few. You can almost feel you're putting pressure on the handlebars to push yourself back from the bars. They've got a caravan down there, so a couple of guys on bikes. And there's some people down here playing around in the water, fishing. I wouldn't call it fishing, I'd call it wishful fishing. Okay, yeah, look at them. So here we are today. Let's take a look. Everybody's here for the long weekend. So you can see generators going at their own power. We'll swing up this way. Just take a look over here. If you head in that direction, you can go for a walk up there, and they've got the holes in the side of the cliff there where they actually mine straight in. Okay, 2 kilometre walk. I won't be going that far, but we'll just go up and have a look at the bit of a mines up here where they've cut through. Nothing like a bit of a look. So there's one of the tunnels there straight away. So I might swing back to the big camera and we'll check them out a bit further. Oh wait a minute, I might just swing up a bit further and we'll go and have a look at that too. Then I'll grab my camera, see if we can go from there. Might as well check the lot. Here's a better look at that tunnel.
want to take a photo of you?
What do you think of how busy it is here today? What do you? Hey? Got a really steep hill climb now. It'll probably be a first gear job here. Now we're mobile, so we'll move it along. Very steep hill, this one. And we're back on the road again through Ophir. We'll head up to the diggings now. How was that?
It was rough.
We're in the main diggings now. It was a bit of a wild ride up through there, so we can have a bit of a look around. You can see they've been over the years giving this hill a workout everywhere. So if they're not flogging the metal detectors, where you can see the detectors have been working like so. The only thing you have to be careful when you're walking around here, you could break a leg, fall down one of these mini holes. So you can sort of see it. It even looks like there was a lot of activity here.